Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. It's 𝖬𝖎𝖎𝖏 here. I want to apologise first of all for the lack of being around and the lack of posting. My laptop computer screen broke for ages, and I feel like that tied in with a bit of burnout in terms of knowing what to post and things in personal life. I wasn't feeling that creative surge to post. But I'm back now and I'm going to be more consistent. I want to thank you for your patience with me. Today's video is titled, People Don't Like It When You Set Your Boundaries. Now to clarify, I don't mean all people. There are people who will have your best interests at heart and will constantly root for your happiness and support you asserting your boundaries. But there are some who won't like it. Specifically people who are more low vibrational, tend to be energy vampires, or are just so used to you giving that when you pull back they don't like it. If you've had a past where you've been a giver, always accessible, always reachable, and always at a person's beck and call when they've needed you, and you decide that you want to put a healthy boundary in place so you're not as accessible, they won't like it at all. There was a long period of time where I was very accessible to people. It doesn't matter what time it was, it didn't matter when it was. If I was needed, I would be there. I feel like it's important to obviously support people and be there for them, but not if it crosses the line of being unhealthy. I want to do a separate video on the topic of energy vampires and people who drain you, because I feel like it's something that is getting spoken about more, but is increasingly common. It's insane how common it is nowadays. A way to recognise if someone's doing this to you is that after an interaction with them you feel drained. I'm trying not to go too much into it because I don't want to take away from the next video, but if you're around somebody where you leave the interaction feeling drained and they seem a lot lighter, more time that's an energy vampire. Or if you're stuck in a loop with them where you're giving them advice, nothing changes, but they still keep coming again and again and again. They're draining that energy from you. A friendship isn't a one-way street, or a relationship isn't a one-way street. It takes two people. You need two people to make it work. If you have a friendship where there's one person constantly receiving and the other person constantly giving, and then when that person needs support there's none there, that's not a mutual friendship. The same can be said for if it was a relationship. If there's one person primarily putting the effort in and the other person isn't a proper relationship. It's one-sided. Whenever I give advice to any of my friends or any people I'm close with, I do express the importance of asserting boundaries. When you step into your power and you assert your boundaries and don't let people walk over you, drain you energetically or emotionally, and take the piss, they don't like it and they get mad. If that is the response you get from a person when you do assert your boundaries, that is showing you that they need to be cut off. Because a genuine friend would be happy that you were stepping into your power. One thing I've noticed is that it will get to a time in your life where you no longer want to have friendships or relationships that are one-sided. Growing up, we went to so many different schools, and one thing I noticed was that popular girls, or the popular group, was always massive. It was always really big, but there was always so much drama and bitching and lack of trust within those groups. I've always thought it's better to have a smaller group of people who genuinely have your back than loads and loads of people where half of them don't care. I never wanted to have fleeting connections or unhealthy connections. I prefer having soul food bonds with people where you both leave your interactions feeling better and happier and lighter rather than weighed down. I'm very lucky that with one of the closest friends I have in my life, we say that we're like each other's medicine in a way. We always leave each other feeling lighter. If ever we've had a down day or we felt like unhappy, we've met up because we lived in the same area for a while. And we were literally like each other's medicine. We'd leave feeling so much better. And those are the kind of friendships that I wish for everybody. I wish everybody would have a friend where they can leave feeling that lightness and that happiness. There's a stark difference between that and somebody who weighs you down. When expressing boundaries to people, they'll either appreciate it and support you doing it because it's important, or it will aggravate them because they can no longer take from you. I always say that it's important to assert boundaries early on with people you are dating, so no lines can be blurred, or wires crossed. I feel like the right kind of person will respect you asserting your boundaries early on, and it won't be an issue for them. I feel like it's also extremely tough for people who've asserted boundaries with family, or a person who has a narcissistic parent. They're so used to you being so accessible to them that when you get old and you pull back, they don't like it. As hard and as challenging as it can be asserting boundaries with people, stay doing it and be unapologetic about it. Honor yourself. When you honor yourself and you honor your boundaries, you honor your inner child. It goes so much deeper than you realize. You are honoring every past self, every future self, when you honor yourself in the present. One of the most challenging and hardest parts I found when entering my self-love, self-healing journey, and in that journey of asserting boundaries with people and pulling my energy back from those who siphon it, I noticed that I felt an extreme guilt and anxiety in asserting my boundaries because I wasn't used to it. I was so used to just being a giver for so long and just at anybody's beck and call that when it came to pulling my energy back and being like, my line is here, my boundaries here, I struggled with it. I found it really hard. But at the same time as I found it anxiety inducing, I also found it incredibly liberating. I developed a kind of relief. If people were to react badly to it, then I began feeling a relief to it because at least I know we're not meant to be friends because there's no respect there. The correct response to a friend asserting a boundary with you is for you to accept it and to respect it. Majority of my friends, when I've asserted a boundary, have been like, received it really well, and I've not taken it as me neglecting them or dropping them, but me protecting my peace. And those are the bonds you know are healthy. If someone reacts badly to me asserting a boundary, I know it can't go forward because I wouldn't dispute somebody else asserting a boundary to me. If you're starting to assert boundaries to people and you do feel that guilt, please just keep pushing through it because I'm telling you now, it is liberating. It is so liberating to stand in your power and to not apologize for your feelings and for your boundaries. Not every boundary will be understood, but it should be respected. Keep asserting healthy boundaries, honoring yourself and staying true to yourself. And don't let people just take from you. Thank you for tuning into my video today, and I am wishing you all so many blessings and happiness and luck, and it feels good to be back. See you in the next one.